So my previous video I dropped on YouTube here I talked about some levels around talked about that was when this candlestick you're seeing here was still inside this cloud, and I made it clear that okay, this was flat and this was also flat. So I made it clear that we're going to get an angulation to the upside, a bullish angulation to the upside when this candlestick closes outside this cloud. And we actually got that angulation to the upside. So whenever you see this red EMA, this is called the Kijun, and this is called the Tenkin, which served as support around here for price. Whenever you see it, the both of them turning up, it's called the bullish angulation to the upside. So I also pointed out that when this closes outside this cloud, we're going to get this flat cloud serving as support, and we're going to look at different supports and resistance. The first one we're going to look at is this flat cloud as support, this flat cloud as resistance, and will turn to the future support. So now what are we looking at? And my previous video I also talked about this flat two EMAs. Whenever you see the two of them going flat, it's giving you a signal that price is not really moving, nothing is moving. We're gonna get more consolidation and more rejection before we get another angulation to the upside. So pretty fast, what I'm seeing here, we're having the future cloud here, like I said, is 26 periods in the future, is bullish. The Chico span is above the price and above the cloud, bullish. We had the TK cross bullish here, and we wanted price to leave this area of turbulence. So whenever we have price moving above the cloud and we have TK bullish cross, future cloud is green, Chico span is above price and above cloud, it's giving us a signal to open a long position and not to think of closing it. But now we're getting price is stopping at this level here. So what are the levels you are looking at? What are the close support and resistance we should be focusing on? Now the first thing I want to look at, I'll be looking at I think 2 to 3 different time frames, and the first one now is the daily time frame. So this flat cloud here is giving us our first support. So I said whenever you have any flat cloud, just make sure you put your horizontal line. It will show you previous support and resistance here. So we had this flat line. So now this flat line will serve as a support, which is the flat cloud around here. So if we're going to get any dump to the downside, we should be looking at the first one should be I think let's just put it as 8500. Now the other one again, if this is violated, we should be looking at this tanking serving as a support, which is what we saw here. So we should be looking at this. And another thing again, going down to 4 hours time frame, something is quite different around here. So I would explain this without this Ichimoku and without this. So what I'm actually seeing here is a pennant flag pattern, bullish pennant flag pattern. But we need to be careful around here because of this flat Kijun. And take note of this. Whenever you're having flat Kijun going like this, we've got this pullback when it had this long horizontal level around here. We saw another angulation to the upside. Now we're still getting it going flat. It might come down, but if it stays too long, there is high probability we're going to get a a bullish angulation to the upside. Once it stays too long without the tanking reacting as coming back down, so we're going to get a bullish angulation to the upside. So what are we looking at on the pennant flag pattern? And take note of this. I've pointed out this target for a very long time. I think early last year, pointed out this price moving back to test 9514. So we have this pennant flag pattern around here. So how do you spot this bullish pennant flag pattern, and how do you trade it? For it to be a pennant flag pattern, there are two different things you need to take note of. The first thing is what? There must be price moving up. Once you don't get any price moving up, it's not a pennant flag pattern, because the price moving up will serve as the pole in which you are going to use to calculate the take profit. That's one. Two, the body of the candle must close above this triangular shaped flag pattern here. So we have this triangular shaped pattern, price moving inside here. We had the same thing around here again. If you look at it, we had the same thing around here. We had the same thing around here. So we had this. So we had so to take to calculate the take profit, the height of this would be used, and you drop it right on top of this. We had this level here. So if I want to calculate this, should be looking at from here, should have price moving to test this level, which I have been talking about for a month plus now. So for now, we need to focus on what price need to close above this down sloping resistance, inside this price, inside this down sloping resistance, and price is bouncing on this up sloping support. So this is just what I'm looking at on the 4 hours time frame. And then more to that, I think the I saw something last night. Let me use Phoenix. I'm going to use no, on a weekly time frame. Something you all need to see. So first one here. I saw this, and you need to be very careful about this. Why I said so is this: we're gonna get this future cloud is turning bearish, but at the same time it can turn bullish. Price is inside the cloud. Price is inside the cloud here. So once this, I think on Sunday night, once this closes inside here, there's high probably gonna test this level of support, this level of resistance inside the cloud. So this is called an edge to edge, just like what we had here. See, this closed inside here and went up high. So we're going to get this to this side. We're going to shoot to the upside from here. So once this closes, we're going to shoot to the upside. That's around 10k. But first of all, the Kijun is going flat. That is giving you high probability that we're going to test this Kijun, and this is called the Kijun bounce, where the tanking is going far away from the Kijun. So once it's going flat, it's calling back price to come and meet it back before moving up or going back down. So for now, on the weekly time frame, we have this to keep an eye on. Hopefully we want this to close inside this cloud, then we'll get more upside to around 10k. And then my previous video, I also talked about this altcoin market cap around okay, the I think altcoin dominance. Yeah, talked about this, and then I was looking at this level here. I pointed out this horizontal level here, where I talked about the exaggerated bullish pennant, exaggerated bullish divergence, where um, the RSI is, let me get the RSI first. Okay, where the RSI is moving high and this is flat, so that's high probably we're gonna move up. With I pointed out this in my previous video, and you can check it out. So I were looking at this level of resistance around here, but looking at this level of resistance around there, which price has gotten to, and now we're getting a pullback. So if altcoins are to pull back, then what will happen to Bitcoin? So we have now this level of support around here. So if and when this closes like this, if I'm to take this trade, but normally you don't take trade on a dominant, but normally the way you can take this trade is to open a long position above the rejection wick, and your stop loss should be slightly below this. So there's high probability, like I said, there's high probability we're gonna get room to the upside to test this level around 68. So we should be careful about some of the altcoins we're going to take positions on. So this should get moved back to the upside. Testing this first around 64 before we get to 68. So back to this. I'm a little bit fast because I have a few minutes to spend here. So let's keep an eye on this. This is the pennant flag pattern, so we should keep an eye on this first. And in my previous video, I talked about this. We talked about this 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish move to the upside, which I use the extension ratio around here to get the target. So we have this. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4 is always this target to the side. I made this clear in my previous video. So we have actually closed above this fluctuation level. So the main thing about this 1, 2, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 move. This is the major target around here. This major target around here. So one thing about this move is price must close above this fluctuation level. What is the fluctuation level? The fluctuation level is this 2. So if price doesn't close above this, then it's going to pull back down. But if it closes above it, we're going to shoot for this 1 here. So we should be expecting this 1 probably after this has formed. So we should be expecting this 1 around here. So right, I think that's all I'm looking at for this BTC USD. I don't want to look at ETH because of my time. I just wanted to okay, still the same thing around here. Let me take it down to 4 hours. Okay, still the same thing around here. But I think okay, we're having the same thing around here. So like I said, this is still inside the cloud, so there's nothing to do about this. We should be looking at support around this flat cloud. So nothing else. Everything is just flat, 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 flat. So we're just looking for how to settle down on any support around here, this flat cloud. Because of this is flat, future cloud is flat and flat. So nothing's really gonna move until Bitcoin tends to change its trend to the upside. So I think that's all I have for now, and I'm going to be doing this more often so that everyone can participate and ask me any question. So I think if you guys have any question, you can ask now. If you guys have any question, you can ask now on the chat so that I would end this video. So I'm waiting for any question. You can share the question on the chat so that I can see if you have any question. Okay, I think there is no question for now. So I would be posting this video, and you can chat me up on Telegram. If you have any question, if you want to join my Signal group, I will also leave the description on the link below. I'll leave the link rather in the description below. And okay, I have one question. What are we to expect during the Chinese New Year? I cannot really say for now, but what I would only say is you should just be careful for that to come. You need to be very, very careful. I don't know what will happen to price. It could dump, it could go high, but I've showed you the levels you should be looking out for. If we don't get this breakout to the upside, if it comes down, so we should be looking at 8.5, 8.2, and 7.9. So those are the level we should be looking out for. But for now, I cannot really say what will happen on the so-called Chinese New Year. So any other question? Well, I cannot really go into details on what Haven is. I think reading the block size or something like that. And I think it's May 17th. And um, it's a well-known price movement. Everybody really have actually observed that whenever there is having on any coin, not only Bitcoin, there's high probability the coin we pump very hard, just like Litecoin that did its having, I think, last year. Yeah, Litecoin, yeah, last year. So it went high and before it dumped. So close to the having month, I think we're gonna get more and more upside because this is this is the first time we're having this feature cloud turning bullish, everything flipping to the upside. So if you look at it, if you look at it from here, you cannot see this and this moving to the upside. So since this 13K down to this is the first time we're having this. So if I don't know what will happen, but there is high probability price will move higher when we're getting close to the halving date, which is May 17th. Yeah. So I think my time is up, so I need to stop the video, and I would post my um, Telegram group link. What advice do you have for new investors? The only advice I have for new investors is to invest only what they can afford to lose. You don't invest what if you are investing it, you are having the hope that I would turn to a rich man overnight. Crypto doesn't work that way. So you are investing only what um, you can afford to lose. If you lose it, it will not have any effect in your life. So just do well to stick to that, and you will be perfectly okay. And another thing again is a lot of people, they really ignore technical analysis. I don't know for people that use fundamental analysis, but I think um, technical analysis will give you the levels at which you should stick to, how do you should organize your portfolio, what percentage you should be doing every day, how to manage your risk. Even if you have, you should have a risk management portfolio, and looking into that. When you're trading, you should have one basic rule that when you get this out from the market, if it's a loss or a profit, you should leave the market and close your trade the next day. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience and discipline to stick to any trading rules. So if you actually want to go into trading full time, you should give it your time. It doesn't require half of your time. So if you want to go full time in the trading, make sure you get to understand how to manage your risk, um, how to arrange your portfolio, what to do, what not to do, how to invest, what to invest, and the, the only thing they will tell you is just invest what you can afford to lose. What percentage of stop loss is advisable? I cannot actually tell you that. It depends on how much you're using to trade. As for me, I I cannot say I give because I don't control the market. I stick on giving 5% daily, if it's minimum of 5% daily, and a loss of 5% stop loss daily. So you should be able to know how much loss you can take in any trade. It depends on how or the type of trading model you're using. If you're using I don't know how you're going to trade, but I prefer using the 5% daily stop loss and target 5%. So with that 5%, you should not be able to lose more. So it depends. Like I said, it depends on the capital you're using to start any trading. Okay, thank you very much for the question. So I would post this video and do well to watch it again if whenever you have the time. So and I will leave the link to my free signal group on Telegram in the description below. So do well to subscribe into on my YouTube, and so that you would get notification whenever I drop any video. I'll be doing more of this live video, and I'll be looking into forex pairs too as well, not only crypto. So happy trading, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.